Hey, shalom everyone. This is Tsār Fati. I'm finally able to speak to you on video. I just wanted to give you an update on what is going on. And last time I was here on video, I told you Israel is about to strike in Iran, and the moment has arrived in exactly 4 hours ago. Exactly 4 hours ago, Israel began the most daring operation in our history. And the reason is we attacked in Iran, in Tehran, in all across Iran, in waves of attacks that are not over yet, in synchronization between fighter jets, fighters on the ground, drones, refueling planes, reconnaissance planes. This is an operation we've been planning and exercising for many, many years. And it began with the first blow at 2:58 a.m. Now it's 7 a.m. So, it's 4 hours ago. It all started. 2:58, so 3 a.m. basically. The sirens went off all across Israel to let the Israelis know that there is a war. Now, it's not that rockets were launched. We didn't have to run to protected areas because of rocket launch, but we were told basically in the most efficient way, stay tuned, a war just broke out with Iran, and you have to be careful and don't leave the house, stay next to protected areas. So the entire family ran to the bomb shelter, of course, and then we were updated. Now, by the way, while I'm talking to you, we might have sirens going off if the Iranians will start shooting. But let me explain what happened, okay? Because a lot of people don't understand what happened. So over the last few days, if you were following me on social media, especially on Telegram, you knew that the chatter about an Israeli strike, was through the roof. A strike is imminent, a strike is coming, a strike is coming. And then through this whole thing, the Iranians basically said, a dog that barks will not bite, basically. In other words, they're just talking, and it's a bluff. And this whole thing is just to put pressure on us for the coming round of talks between America and them. So the Iranians did not buy this, which exactly what we wanted them. We wanted them to think that this is all bluff. And they did think it's all bluff. That's the thing. Now, and then came the other diversion operation, which is the Americans said, we're going to have another round of talks this coming Sunday in Muscat in Oman. And we hope that we'll reach a deal. During that time, Israel hosted the Argentinian president. Everything looked like business as usual. The Prime Minister Netanyahu took him to the Western Wall, and Javier Milei gave a very celebratory speech at the Knesset. Everything was business as usual. And that was yesterday. So the Iranians are now convinced that if anything will ever happen, it cannot happen before Sunday or Monday. And this is why the generals, the commanders, did not find a secure place. They slept in their army bases, but not under the ground or anything. And at 2:58, Israel began targeted strikes on the residences of the chief of staff of the Iranian military, the head of the emergency operations in Iran, which is basically the commander of all forces once there is a war. We took him out as well. We took out the commander of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard. We took out the closest advisor to the president of to the supreme leader of Iran. We took out all the top scientists who were at the moment working on the bomb. And when Israel surprised them in their beds and they're gone, Israel began massive wave of strikes on 3 different types of targets. One, we are talking about the nuclear facilities in Natanz, in Fordo, in Qom, Isfahan. And the other one was ballistic missiles area, like in Kermanshah and in other places, Tabriz also. And we're also hitting some critical infrastructures as well. We already finished 4 waves of strikes, and now we're engaged in getting the 5th one. Israel declared that this is a special operation. We used the code name Am Kelavi, a people like a young lion. This is taken from what Balaam said in Numbers 23, verse 24. It's very interesting because Netanyahu wrote that verse in his note at the Western Wall yesterday. No one imagined that's going to be the name of a military operation. And folks, Israel, again, eliminated top commanders, top scientists, close advisors to the supreme leader. And we have damaged critically the Natanz facility. We're now attacking also in Fordo and also in Isfahan. You know, I think yesterday I told you time is, the clock is ticking and these are the main sites we need to strike. Israel is going all in, all in. We are about to cripple the Iranians. Now, the Iranians were shocked. By the way, when I say Iranians, I'm talking about the Islamic Republic. The people are happy, believe it or not. Many people are very happy. And this is their chance maybe to somehow try to topple the regime. We are 4 hours into this operation right now. 4 hours into the operation, and we continue. I don't know if you can hear, but I live next to airbase. Non-stop takeoffs and landings. What we do when dozens of aircrafts are taking off, they fly all the way. They need to refuel on the way back because they don't have enough fuel to fly back. But they also drop all of their ammunition, so they need to fly back, land here, rearm, refuel, and take off again. Almost 2/3 of the Israeli Air Force is now attacking in Iran. We're talking about unprecedented attack in a distant target. And it will have to continue. And let me explain why. Some of those sites are so deep under the ground that one wave of bunker busters will not be enough. You will penetrate only 1/3 of the depth. You need another one, and you need another one. Sometimes you need 5 different waves to reach the actual facility under the ground. So we're planning on at least a week of non-stop attacks. Now, we're not fools. We know that the Iranians are going to retaliate. We actually expect a barrage of anything between 300 to 600 ballistic missiles to be launched at us. And this is, by the way, where we could use a lot of help from America and other allied forces in this region. Guys, we are ridding the world from the biggest headache in the Middle East, the nuclear program of Iran. And when Iran is crippled, the Houthis will be crippled. So if you want to solve the problem of the Houthis from Yemen, take care of the head of the snake first. And that's what we're doing right now. And as ever, and you can see the Houthis are not launching rockets yet because they are reassessing the situation themselves. Now, I'm not saying there won't be launches towards Israel. There will be, for sure. But we are finally, after so many years, this is what Benjamin Netanyahu became prime minister for. This is his life mission, is to rid Israel from the Iranian nuclear threat and to bring peace with our neighbors. That's what we are aiming towards. Now, the funny thing is, President Trump said, hey, I was not surprised. I was well informed. I was, informed in advance, and I want to, encourage the Iranians to come back to the table of negotiations. This is funny because there's nothing to talk about now. If we're destroying the nuclear program, the whole talks are about the nuclear program. Now, the one thing that might help us a lot, so far it's pure Israeli operation. Not a single American fighter jet is participating in it. But we could use help in the coming days in order to seal the deal, in order to have more jets attacking, non-stop attacks until the entire ballistic missiles and nuclear program is wiped out. These are big challenges. Iran is holding thousands of ballistic missiles that can reach Israel, but they can also reach any American base in the area. It's very interesting. The only country, Arab country, that is openly criticizing the Israeli strike, the only one, is Oman. And that tells you how much the Omanis are not really mediators. Of course they work for Iran. Of course they are collaborators with Iran. But everybody else is smiling. Finally, for the Saudis, Emiratis, the Bahrainis, even the Qataris, I don't know. But finally, the Shiite monster is not anymore that much of a big deal. For many years I've been teaching Bible prophecy. And for many years I've been teaching that Iran will not strike or, come against Israel all alone because it won't be able to. It might retaliate now, but Iran will have to wait until there is a bigger coalition led by Russia with Turkey, and that's the Ezekiel war, and that's when Persia will join and try to avenge what we see right now. So, unbelievable thing. For 4 hours, I'm glued to the news and I report news. I don't know if you're not on my Telegram channel, you really need to be. I have unbelievable videos, maps and photos and information about everything that is going on. You need to go there. I've got 610,000 subscribers, maybe more. I have blue check mark, so don't follow the fake channels that bear my name because it's not me. And I'll keep you posted, folks. But it's unbelievable what's going on here. Now, of course, we're in full synchronization with the U.S. Netanyahu and Trump are fully coordinated. All the fake news of the liberal progressive left, as if there is some sort of some tension between the two leaders and they're not synchronized, they don't see things the same way. This was all, it's fake. Not only it was fake news, but the Iranians themselves bought that crap. And then it worked for us because we needed to put them to sleep. And they were asleep at 3 a.m. when we strike. So guys, go to my Telegram channel. I'm going to finish this right now because I have to go back to Telegram, keep posting more and more things. On my Telegram, you can see who are the people that we have eliminated. Quite a lot, quite important people. And we're not done yet. Waves of strikes continue in Tehran, in Kermanshah, in Tabriz, in Isfahan, in Qom, in Arak, where the heavy water reactor is, and of course in Natanz. Unbelievable things. go to my Telegram channel, subscribe, follow. It's free and it's super informative. Until then, pray for Israel. Thank you, and God bless you.